Hey everybody, this is Craig Aven, and I guess this is the part where I have to talk about myself, so here we go. When I was young, I was raised in a Christian family, a family of musicians and singers and songwriters, and at an early age, 3 or 4, my brothers and I began to travel with my parents, and it was in that season that a love for God and others, a love for music and songwriting was cultivated in my life. Began playing the piano at a very early age, and at age 11, I wrote my first song, and it just kind of happened. There was a girl in my dad's youth group, a teenager who got in a really bad car accident, and my heart was just moved to write this song. And so I sat down at the piano with the limited chords that I knew and wrote this song, and ever since have been writing really from that same place. There was a season in my life that was really difficult. I couldn't stop taking medication. I was hooked. I had had surgery in high school on my appendix, and I started taking this medication, and before I knew it, the medication had taken me, and I was living somewhat of a double life. I was doing music at church and hooked on this substance over here, and my life was really in a terrible place. And so here I am, this kid that found himself at a program called Teen Challenge for an addiction he couldn't kick, just completely broken. Graduate the program, God restores my life, and I meet this beautiful woman, and can't believe that God is giving such awesome responsibility to me. I didn't even know I was capable of handling such a beautiful responsibility, but God saw something in me I didn't see in myself, and now here we have this beautiful marriage. I became an instant husband and dad all at once, and now 5 years later we're this beautiful family of 6, and God has given me more than I ever deserved, more than I ever saw that I was capable of having. And so I'm just so grateful for what God has done in my life, and Tess would say the same thing about her life. She comes from a very similar background, and God has changed us so much that we want the world to know it, all the way up to selling everything we owned and giving the family dog to a family friend, and deciding that we're going to sell all of what's important to us so that we can give to the poor in spirit. We'll take these resources, get an RV, travel the country, whatever we have to do to share this message of what God's done for us with others. So for the past several years, we've been doing that as a family, as a husband and a wife, traveling and going wherever God would open a door, because I know there are people like you that have stories of your own, people that need healing in their life. They need to know that in the midst of their circumstance, in their trial, there's a God that can reach down and pull them up out of it, and that can bring healing to the most broken hearts. And so that's why we do what we do. That's why we feel compelled to follow God into whatever He has for us. Whatever this journey looks like, we're going to go, and we're going to share His good news with other people.